Friends vs. Friends is a PC exclusive card-based first-person shooter that I've been addicted to for a few weeks now, and for good reasons. The point of the game is that you're either in a 2v2 or a 1v1 arena, where you have to outsmart other people called friends with cards that either benefit you, screw over the other team, or cause a tie. You can be like me and use a bomb to cause a tie, but don't go to my level, it's gross down here. There are a lot of cards that you can choose from. There are a multitude of different turrets that you can set up. You can have bullets that can steal health away from your other team, which then heals you. You can have a card in which every single card that you place down throws a bomb, which can get hectic pretty quickly. There are so many cards that can suit your type of playstyle, and I do appreciate the vast amount of variety in the cards. Yeah, again, if you want to have my playstyle and be a bitch like me and use the self-destruct button, do it, but don't shake my hand. I do my tactics in shame, thank you very much. When it comes to the characters, I do like the specific abilities that they have. One of them is just a pothead, another one can give you more damage, another one can give you more accuracy. But what makes it boring for me personally is when a character just gives you a gun. Oh, give this character a golden gun. Wow, did you think about that all day? The visuals of this game are nothing but beautiful and perfect. And I think that this game, because it's so stylized, will age like a fine wine. Unlike Cheese Wedge McGee over here. It looks like a mixture of inspirations were put into this game visually. I feel like a lot of the character designs just look like they're straight out of Toontown. It looks like it was inspired by the look of the PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64 games, which is oddly a look that isn't really brought up as hard as developers that are trying to attempt that Doom or Quake look. And I can feel some sort of Splatoon vibes with the ads and how the levels introduce themselves and its characters. The little details in this game when it comes to the environments are insane, and every map feels really distinct from one another. You'll probably be discovering little details even hours after you played the game. Don't look up, I think God wants to fuck me. The colors really pop, especially in places like the rooftops where you can literally feel the extreme amount of passion in this title. The gameplay is pretty solid and how the guns handle and all that, but it should be familiar to most people. I believe the gameplay is a mix between TF2 and CSGO, which I have to admit the online is a bit sweaty, and it is giving me Vietnam flashbacks to those games constantly not knowing what the fuck is happening, but this game isn't as bad when it comes to sweats in those games. 2v2s are really fun, but can get overwhelming if you're the last person against two people, so I typically go for 1v1, which I feel like 1v1s in this game works better since the maps are so small. The game just has a non-stop energy throughout the game that feels fair but also challenging at the same time. I usually don't talk about progression systems in games and I don't really care about them, but I really have to tip my hat to this game. I have not seen a progression system this good since goddamn Call of Duty Black Ops 2 back in 2012. I feel like a lot of games have forgotten that the best part of playing a game is earning new weapons, new equipment, more skins, but in an organic way that is earned, not in a pay-to-win game where you have to buy everything in order to get good at the game.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
Which this game literally just straight up says fuck you to. I greatly respect that there are loot boxes that you can actually get through playing the game. From what I've seen, there is no option to buy new cards. You get them through purely getting better at the game, which I feel like has been missing for a while. Wow, it's sort of like if you make a good game, there's no reason to include pay-to-win schemes because of your lack of care or because you wasted a shit ton of money that could have gone into other parts of the game in the first place. But what I'm saying isn't really brave or new, is it? Oh, fuck me, am I right? Here's where the negatives come in, which they are brief, but I think that some of them really need to be addressed. Me and my friend, whenever we would play together, we would either have great games with no stutter, no connection problems, or we would have a game where there was mouse delay, or the character would just start running in place, which would pretty much just mess up our rounds, and it would just get irritating to deal with. And my last complaint is not the fault of the developers, but I would like to see more maps. There are 4 maps as of right now, which they are all great in their respective way. They all have some sort of interactive element to them where you can just fuck around with the environment, which I greatly appreciate. It really changes up the gameplay. But I would just like to see some more maps being added in the future to this game, because even though they're great, it does get occasionally boring to see the same 4 maps. I would say 5 maps, but one of them is literally locked behind a card. Why? I get why the developers would do this, just to change up the arena for the game. But this game already doesn't have a lot of maps, so Why couldn't you just let us play on this map as it is instead of locking it behind a card? It's like they're purposely just hiding this content. Maybe I really enjoyed this map. Hell, maybe I would want to keep on playing on this map.
No.
I have to keep it in my fucking deck in order to play it. Thank you, Brainwash Gang. That's so cool of you to do. That's so epic. I may have talked a little bit of shit about this game, but I really do enjoy it. Friends vs. Friends is a breath of fresh air in a sea of games that have failed to live up to prior expectations. There can be at least one thing that you can admire and respect about the game. Friends vs. Friends is everything that I wanted in a modern game. Pure innovation in a genre that has become more and more of the same game, but with a different name to them. I respect the ambition, I respect the style, I respect the unique gameplay loop, I respect the amount of detail that they put into this game. I don't know what the hell is happening there. Is that a fetish? And I respect the fact that this game is only $10, which if it goes on sale, it'll probably go on sale for $5. I would highly recommend this game, and if you're not interested, then just try it out for a little bit. It may be your thing, it may not. I don't know. It's your money, I'm not your wallet. Besides some stuttering and connection problems, I really enjoy this game, and I would wish for you guys to at least play this once. I would give this game a 8 out of 10. Support developers that actually want to innovate instead of doing the same shit over and over again. Anyways, subscribe if you want to, like if you want to, even comment if you want to. I don't care. You do you, and have a good day. Now fuck off. Goodbye now. Why the fuck are you still here?